here. Welcome to Weekend Box Office. Although it is Monday, but we still have a movie that making headlines, and that movie is called Uncharted, starring Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, and this movie is directed by Ruben Fisher, who has directed the first Venom movie. So when I saw this trailer for Uncharted, honestly, I thought this movie did look very exciting adventure movie, but over the weekend many people are online debating. When I say all these people, all these movie pundits, they are always debating, is Tom Holland movie star or he just a Spider-Man, or what is he? Looks like Tom Holland is movie star, because his movie is able to open, it is quite a honestly impressive number, although many people predicted this movie to open only $30 million. Uncharted is sitting on Rotten Tomatoes score. Critic score is 39%, but the audience score is quite high, 90%. And this movie estimated budget is $120 million. Oh, the budget is not that much, I suppose. I was expecting this movie budget to be a little bigger, I suppose, but 120 is like a nice size budget for this kind of adventure movie. And this movie actually ended making quite well at the domestic market. $51 million it did during the presidential long weekend. It made $51 million at the domestic. And the international, it already made $88 million. And this movie total box office number is $139 million. Whew! That number is impressive, especially when you think about this movie budget isn't that much. It's only $120 million. That being said, Tom Holland, honestly, over the weekend I saw him. He was promoting this movie everywhere. He was everywhere in the world. I saw him, his picture. So this movie is supposed to open in China. So overall, this movie's box office will be quite a lot. Although many people try to say this movie isn't good, they didn't like it. Rightfully so. Maybe people didn't like. But I did see the many people actually really enjoyed this movie, especially the people who are not familiar with the this game, because this movie is based on a huge IP. I guess this video game Uncharted, which I never played or heard about it. So when I was seeing all this review came out during last weekend, I was seeing people actually was praising this movie. For people who never saw the video game or played the game, they will really enjoy this movie. So it sounds like they were right. All these critics, sounds like all these people who know nothing about this game, it is they are liking it. That is what I thought over the weekend. Some people are enjoying it. That means Tom Holland, obviously his movie Spider-Man No Way Home is third highest grossing domestic movie ever. This guy, people know him. People like Tom Holland, especially if I've seen behind the scene. He worked so hard for this movie, and people appreciate that. That being said, of course, this movie need to be good, no matter what actor or whatever it is. This movie is directed by Ruben Fisher. Once again, his movie get bad review from the critic, but audience really tune in to his movie. Once again, the Venom thing happened here. People didn't like all this critic Venom, but audience really liked. Do I personally wish he directed the second Venom movie? Maybe I did. Or I guess the Sony, they just took his movie from him. I gave it to Andy Serkis. What wasn't bad choice either, because Andy Serkis is also excellent director. I guess they gave him this Uncharted. Obviously, Sony has a lot of belief in Ruben Fisher, so I'm glad he made this movie, and it is making box office headlines this weekend. Really, this movie was making all over the internet. I saw over the weekend, especially when this movie initially dropped Friday night. I saw this movie is heavily trending on Twitter. So that when I saw that, I knew right away this movie is going to be hit. Anyway, that's my thought on this weekend box office. What do you think about this? I know some people are commenting on my other Uncharted video. That time what I said in that video is based on the Rotten Tomatoes score. That was my thought on Rotten Tomatoes score. But this is my thought on the box office. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie's box office success. Are you happy with it or are you unhappy? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out my other videos on my other playlist. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, take care.